thank you so much for joining me for this class. My name is Alana and today I'm going to be taking you through a sequence for anyone who's experiencing back pain or issues with their back, tightness, or even if you sit in an office chair all day, this class is going to be perfect for you. So let's get into it. We're going to start seated, sitting on the feet, and just making sure that your body is up above your hips, resting your hands on your knees for a moment while you start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales. Taking one more deep breath here before we get started. And on the next inhale, just opening your eyes. And on the exhale, we're going to take the right hand over to the left leg or knee. And taking that left hand behind us just to create a nice light twist in the spine. Remembering to keep your breath nice and long and deep. And on the next exhale, just releasing back to center. On the inhale, taking it to the other side, so the left hand comes over to the right leg or knee, and then the right hand comes behind. And the neck just follows in the same direction. Remembering to keep your breath deep. No cranking or forcing, just allowing your body. On the next exhale, releasing back to center. And we're going to take our palms all the way forward to all fours. Now we're going to practice our cat-cow. So on the inhale, dropping the belly. The chest comes through the shoulders and the head lifts to look straight ahead. On the exhale, suck in the belly, it raises up towards the ceiling and push through your chest up towards the ceiling, and the head is the last to fall. On the next inhale, dropping the belly. And exhale, cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Try drawing some circles with your rib cage. In one direction to begin with. Keeping the breath, so inhale as you drop, exhale as you push up. Maybe going in the other direction. Just allowing your body to move in whichever way feels good for you. And from here we're going to tuck the toes, lifting the hips up towards the ceiling and slowly pressing to our downward facing dog. From here, planting the left foot and raising the right foot to paint the wall behind you. Slowly and controlled, bring it up between your hands here. We're going to drop that back knee down. The left hand and palm plants. Make sure that your hands are really spread. And on the inhale, just peeling that right hand up. Spreading your fingers out, creating that nice spinal twist. Maybe taking the gaze up. Or if that doesn't feel good on the neck, just keeping it down towards the ground. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, the arm floats back down to the ground. Lifting up on the back legs, we're going to lift that front leg all the way back to downward facing dog. Planting the right heel now, lifting and painting the back wall with that left foot. And exhale, slow and controlled, bring it up between the hands. Dropping the back foot down. The right palm is planted on the ground, spread nice and wide. And on the inhale, you slowly peel that left arm up towards the ceiling. Remembering to breathe deep here, stacking the shoulders over one another and lifting with your core kind of out of that pressure on the right wrist. One more deep breath here. And exhale, the palm floats down to meet the mat. We're going to lift up on the back leg, and the back leg is actually going to come up to meet the front leg. So taking your time with it, hopping up to meet the front. Inhale to your halfway lift, so you might have your hands on your shins, you might have them on the mat, whatever feels good for you. Just keep that nice long spine. And exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees here as much as you need to, whatever feels good for you, so that your belly can touch your tops of your thighs. On the next inhale, sweeping the arms out, sucking in the belly, keeping a nice long spine. And the hands meet above your head. On the exhale, drawing them down to meet at your heart in prayer pose. Releasing the hands either side of your body so that we're in mountain pose. From your mountain pose with the feet planted, you're going to take all of your weight onto the right leg, just really slowly starting to lift that left leg up towards the chest. So when it gets up, you can take hold of it with your hands around. And just from here, practicing our balance, we're going to take hold of the knee with the right arm and very slowly starting to peel the left arm out behind us to create that twist, that standing twist. And the gaze follows. Remembering to breathe deep here. Bringing the left arm all the way back to center to take hold of that knee before releasing and slowly, slowly taking it back down to the ground. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So staying planted and grounded on our left foot, taking all of the body's weight and really slowly starting to lift. If you lose your balance, it's normal. Starting to lift that right leg up so that you can take hold of it. And from here, taking hold with the left hand and starting to peel open with the right hand, creating that standing twist. Just breathing here, flexing the toes, keeping the body nice and active. One more breath. Exhale, slowly bringing it all back to center and then releasing that right leg all the way down to the ground, back to your mountain pose. Close your eyes here for a moment. Take a deep inhale and exhale, sigh it out. Now from your standing mountain at the front of your mat, taking an inhale to sweep the arms up and out, and exhale, floating with a nice flat back all the way back down to your standing forward fold. Bending the knees, feeling the opening in the hamstrings. On the inhale, halfway lift, keeping that nice flat spine, and exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat and stepping the feet back to plank position. Taking an inhale here, and then exhale, lowering all the way down to the mat. On your next inhale, peeling up to cobra, taking the shoulders back so the chest can the chest can shine through, and exhale, releasing back down to the mat. On your next inhale, taking your hips back and pushing them all the way up to downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath here and an exhale. Planting the left foot now, painting that back wall with the right foot as it comes up, and exhale, draw it into center, nice and controlled. Plant it between your palms here. We're going to come up to a high lunge twist, so we're not putting our back knee down this time, but we're going to plant that left hand on the mat and peel open the right arm. Maybe taking your gaze up to the ceiling. Here for one more breath. Exhale, taking it back down to the mat. Lifting up that front leg and back to downward facing dog. Taking a deep inhale and sigh it out. Keeping the right foot planted now. Painting that back wall with the left foot behind you. Slow and controlled, drawing it up through center to plant between your hands. Keeping that back leg nice and lifted up on the ball of the foot. Planting your right hand, and on the inhale, slowly peeling open, stacking the shoulders so that the left arm is reaching up towards the ceiling. Taking a few deep breaths here. One more. And exhale, the palm comes down to plant on the mat. Now from here, bringing the right foot up to meet the front, we're actually going to move around so that we're in a wide-legged stance along our mat. The toes pointing just slightly in and placing those palms out in front of you. Planting the left palm in the center, and then peeling open from that right side, feeling that opening in the chest, opening in the hamstrings. Taking another deep breath here before switching it out, planting that right palm in center and slowly peeling open from the left side. Feeling that opening in the inner thighs. One more deep breath here. Planting the palms on the mat, and then exhale, moving into your deep, wide-legged fold. So you can either keep your hands through center here, creating like a bench with your arms, or you can take hold of your ankles if that feels better, keeping your elbows in to touching your legs. Maybe one day the crown of your head will touch the ground, but don't feel like that's what you have to do here. Just feeling that nice opening through the spine as it decompresses. Nice opening through the hamstrings. Taking a deep breath here, and then inhale to your halfway lift. And slowly, maybe bending the knees if you need to, taking it back up so that you're in standing. from here, we're going to cartwheel all the way back down to the mat, taking that front leg back to plank, and then from here, taking the knees nice and wide and sitting all the way back into your extended child's pose. Taking a few breaths here just to rest and catch your breath. And on the next inhale, we're just going to slowly make your way onto your back. Just do it in your own time. And from your laying position, we're going to take the left knee up to the chest, give it a nice big hug, squeeze it in, drawing your shoulders back down to the mat. And on the exhale, taking that right hand over the left knee and just drawing it over to the right side of the body. Making sure that your left shoulder stays planted on the mat here. Maybe cactusing that left arm. And if it feels good, you could take your gaze over to the left too. Remembering to breathe deep into the belly here. And on the next inhale, just releasing, coming back to center. And releasing that left leg down to the mat. Now, bringing the right knee up to the chest, taking hold of it, giving it a nice big hug. And then on the next exhale, taking your left hand to the right knee, making sure that you cactus that right shoulder so it stays against the mat. And taking your right knee over to the left side of your body. Maybe taking your gaze over to the right side if that feels good too. Staying here for 3 deep breaths. Coming back to center and releasing everything into Shavasana. Taking a moment to just allow yourself to feel completely supported by your mat. Anything that you have to do that's coming up in your mind, just release it. It can be done when it's done. This is your time for yourself. Slowly start to bring some movement back into your fingers and toes, ankles and wrists, maybe arms and legs shake just side to side a little. And then choosing your favorite side to come over to a fetal position, like you're snuggling up to go take a nice nap. And then in your own time, keeping your eyes closed, slowly making your way back up to your comfortable seated position. Taking your hands to your heart in a prayer position. Taking a nice big inhale and side out exhale. Thank yourself for spending this time investing in you, in your physical, mental, and emotional health. Taking this time just for yourself to relax, feel good in your body. And I honor the light in you that is also within me. Taking your hands to your third eye, we bow together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you really enjoyed that class. I definitely have more coming, so if you want to see more, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. See you next time. Bye.